Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's New Year's Eve. In today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and strange TikToks that are gonna make you question reality. This fog does not look like fog. 6:30 in the morning. Yo, the fog been crazy everywhere. Like, it's been foggy the last 4 days here in the Midwest. Anybody else been experiencing like crazy, weird, dense fog? Because what are these particles, right? What is these little particles? Don't think it is what we think it is. What y'all think's going on with the fog?
Since everyone is sharing videos of the extra large Dior bags everywhere, I just wanted to share this video that I took in 2018 over the 101 highway in downtown Los Angeles. Basically, this thing, like this ball, shot out another ball in the sky, as you can see, and then the other one is just like radiating. It looked like they were like talking to each other or something, or sending some sort of signals. All the other cars around me were just completely stopped in their tracks, looking up at the sky like Chicken Little.
Like Chicken Little, huh?
What is going on with this fog? There's been so many people in different cities, different states, and different countries talking about this fog that's appearing over cities that is weird and it smells different. And it's not natural either for the time of year or the way it looks is a little bit odd. And I've seen videos from the UK, from Canada, from so many states in America right now that is talking about this fog. And the reason this is important is because different things keep happening, right? Because the Dior bags apparently don't exist and they're covering it up. And some of them were leaving certain trails that people believe to be unnatural and harmful to us. And now that there's this fog, and people have been reporting going through this fog and feeling kind of weird and having it smell a little man-made, and it's really odd. And if you know anything about this or if you heard about this, definitely comment and tag any links to other people's videos about this, because this is definitely a really interesting thing, because it seems like these Dior bags are getting harder and harder to see, and maybe it's because of this mystery fog.
Yo, for real, man. Like, what's y'all thoughts on these Dior bags that don't exist? Do y'all know what Dior bags mean? You gotta go on TikTok, man. Man, TikTok is crazy. So Dior bags on TikTok is the orbs in the sky. So when you hear people talking about Dior bags in any of these videos, just know that they're talking about orbs in the sky.
America, you gotta ask yourself what's going on. In the past 24 hours, there's been 3 plane crashes in different parts of this world. And in all 3 of these plane crashes, there's been something wrong with the landing gear, causing a failure for the plane to be able to land. A Dutch KLM flight from Norway to the Netherlands was experiencing hydraulic system failure and had to make an emergency landing with 182 people. Right before that, you had the plane that crashed in South Korea, killing 179 people. This plane was also experiencing landing issues. We all know that the video is floating around. I'm not gonna put it up here. It's very graphic. You can see in the video that the plane landed and skidded on the runway and crashed. And also, an Air Canada flight experienced a suspected landing gear issue after arriving at Halifax Stanfield International Airport in Nova Scotia on Saturday night. And on this plane, it was heavy fire and heavy smoke. Luckily, nobody was injured. Now, these 3 individual plane crashes may not have anything to do with each other, but it's definitely alarming, because we fly on a regular basis. But when the information comes out, we definitely need to know what's causing these issues.
1561 is the first time they've documented and told a story, painted, and pretty much said all of these eyewitnesses saw an event happening in the sky. There was a war in the sky, and that's what they said. They said there was war in the sky, but they couldn't, I guess, comprehend what was going on. All they said was there were shapes, rectangles, circles, squares, crosses, floating and hitting each other and exploding. And there was one specific shape in the sky that was there was shape of like an arrow, like this. You see this?
Yeah.
And it said it would stay still in the sky while all of this was happening. Also, while all of this was happening, certain shapes.
Yeah.
Once they were hit, or once they were done moving, they would fall from the sky and drop into the village and explode. Now check this out. Where are all those artifacts though? That's a thing.
Buried in the ground?
I don't know. Like that's the only thing. Like, where are all these artifacts?
Anybody else been feeling sick lately? You know, that's really a thing. Over the weekend, I heard a lot of people talking about they had like stomach issues. So, I mean, wonder if it's got anything to do with the fog.
Alien invasion, y'all.
There's no alien invasion.
Yes, it is an alien invasion. What is it? Look at them. They moving in circles at the top. See, the formation on the right, and then they got another formation in the middle, and another formation on the left.
Mm-hmm. Aliens,
What?
who is this? They don't live with us.
Let me see.
Like, everyone's seeing them.
I've got it figured. You do? I've had 2 separate folks tell me there've been strangers around these parts last couple nights. Can't tell what they look like, because they're staying in the shadows, covert-like. Nobody's been hurt, mind you, and that's the giveaway.
I see.
It's called probing. It's a military procedure. You send out a reconnaissance group, very small, check things out. Not to engage, but to evaluate the situation. Evaluate the level of danger. Make sure things are all clear.
Clear for what?
For the rest of them.
Yeah, is that what's going on?
Now, I would argue it's part of an ancient metaphysical system that was passed on after the flood. But, you know, we'll get into that. You can make up your own mind. What is very apparent, it is quite ubiquitous and quite specific. And you find it in really specific places, like over the temple gates. You find this kind of strange megalithic building with these knobs all around the world. Androgynous Viracocha is engaged in this posture. Peru and Egypt, many similarities. 2 snakes, 1 snake, God self icon. Above the doorways. Esoteric traditions, the Freemasons and Rosicrucians kind of esoterically transmitted this knowledge in secret throughout the Dark Ages, so they wouldn't be burned to death, basically. And it shows the same iconography that I'm talking about, this balance of the opposites. In fact, recently in India, they found this God self icon, the oldest one in the world. The discovery of rock carvings believed to be tens of thousands of years old greatly excited archaeologists who believe they hold clues to a previously unknown civilization. Now, they didn't pick up on the fact that it's a God self icon. Richard did. But just another interesting corroborative piece of evidence.
Yo, you see that one? Just floating?
What the fuck?
Yo, look at the fog just coming in.
It's a fucking ghost trail. Look at the ghost trail over here, dude.
It's like The Mist. Anybody seen the movie The Mist?
Look at the bird. Where is it? The bird's fucking booking it. Damn. Oh my god!
That's crazy, ain't it? Yo, we got clouds on the ground. Oh, wow. Falling clouds. Look at them. Yo, be safe if you're getting on any planes.
Not much people has realized that nearly 100% of transoceanic data traffic is carried by undersea cables. These lines are laid on the bottom of the ocean and usually carries the world's internet, phone calls, even TV transmissions between continents. If 100% of internet data is transmitted through underwater cables, that only means that communication satellites are totally unnecessary. I mean, there is no satellites floating out space. It is a scam since our ocean is our real space. This photo right here was installed year 1410, a 600-year-old clock. Remarkable fusion of timekeeping, even celestial wisdom that stood the test of time. Does it look heliocentric to you or geocentric? Geography is called geography with purpose and not heliography. Horizon is called horizon with its purpose, it's horizontal. Airplane is called airplane with a purpose that we are living in a flat plane. I mean, you already let your partner lie to you, the governments lie to you, and NASA too. Come on, you shouldn't drink the whole ocean of lies thinking that the salty taste will taste like sugar. Imagination always creates reality, okay? Now imagine how this world is a flying ball rumbling around, but Polaris and our constellations still remain in the same position. I mean, how many billions of dollars invested in these so-called spaceships just to lie to us that they reach outer space? Unfortunately for NASA and modern astronomers, their theory of spherical Earth does not usually agree with facts, because the formula of their curvature has always been found to be utterly fallacious. That's both on land and water. Have you remembered the Lake Baikal? The largest freshwater lake that's located in Russia, with 395 miles long and 49 miles wide and always frozen for 5 months a year. And it is so thick that cars can pass through across its flat surface. It's funny to think that if Earth were globe, there is supposed to be 19 miles of curvature present on the surface of the Lake Baikal. Instead, there is absence of the 19 miles of frozen curvature. Real physicists that can't be bought by governments always knew Earth is flat. Quantum physicists always work off of a flat Earth model. I believe you know aircraft would need to use what they called the dead reckoning. A dead reckoning is when an aircraft loses its communication on any ground tower, and they have to maintain their heading, speed, and altitude until they get reconnected with another land-based tower. If they could communicate through satellites in space, they don't need to use the dead reckoning, yeah?
Right.
But they do, because the satellite on space is a scam. Our space is the ocean, period. And don't forget, astronauts can't be astronauts without scuba diving lessons.
I'm just saying, space is the ocean. It's the only place on this world that's unexplored. You just gotta think about it sometimes. WZ9 Divine Eagle, huh? I mean, I'm just saying. We kinda all knew that. What's this? New footage of passenger airline. Oh, snap. Look at it. Nosedive. Man. I'm not getting on no airplanes, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do the road trips. Now this right here, look. Leave an unsolved mystery for archaeologists 1,000 years later, right? Why don't we believe that that can't be something that's happening right now? Imagine just people digging up fiction and thinking it's fact, right? Digging up an old book and reading that book and thinking that that was the way the world was, when in all actuality, that was just somebody who wrote, a storybook, something for you to read at nighttime using their imagination. And then we pick it up and think that that's the actual history. What if they just built some stuff and we dig it up and it's like, oh, this is how they lived? No, that was just somebody being creative. You know what I'm saying? So history is just, man, it's a lot to think about. Exactly. How long y'all think this took to carve? Using a chisel. Using a little chisel. How long y'all think? They ain't using a chisel. These mobs is lasered. These got to be lasered. Or they had some type of, ninja star, circular knife, or circular saw. I don't know. Yo, we got two people standing on the clouds. No way. There's a few of them too. Look. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. Oh no. Nah, man, take me off the flight. Take me off the.
Talked to maintenance control in Dallas to confirm that they wouldn't let me go if they thought it.
I'm sure they wouldn't. You putting duct tape on there?
Man, please don't video that. Doing anything I'm not allowed to do.
Talking about, man, don't video record that. Why not? I mean, moving seats, really? Like, I ain't gonna do nothing, but.
This is Daytona Beach Shores, Florida at 1:45 p.m. today, and you can see the fog rolling in from two directions, but not in the middle part here where I'm about to show you. And then the next video that's about to come up right after this one is the balcony view, and you can't even see the ocean at all. And you can see this big ring here. Very strange, and it all just happened in a matter of about 15 minutes. Keep in mind there's no rain forecasted. It's not very cold outside. This is just very unusual to see and a very random time for fog to just appear. This is Daytona Beach Shores, Florida.
Definitely not natural. What the heck? What's up with the fog, y'all? This fog is strange.
Why does Millie Bobby Brown look exactly like Elizabeth Perkins?
That's the same person, isn't it? That's two different people? Wow.
Okay, guys, I made this second video kind of slowed it down for you, but I want you guys to notice the Pope's reaction once he notices who or what just opened the door for him. Notice his facial expressions. Notice the silent prayer he does once he sees what he's looking at.
What's up with his ears, though?
Yeah, it's that serious. He looks kind of stressed out. But now, pay attention to the guys who opened it. I showed you the first one, but look at the second one. You can look for yourself. You can see it all yourself on YouTube. It's a 4-minute video. Go check it out. But look, no ears. Nothing. You can see nothing. Look at that. What is that, bro? That's not.
No, what was that? And what was up with the Pope's ears, too?
So, no lie, like I came outside to record out my window, and this is what I'm getting. After.
There's no light pole here either.
Yeah, there is not. So, what is going on here?
What was that?
And there's a lot of
orbs in the sky.
Wait, what is going on here?
Oh my, did you not just see that? If I'm crazy, you can't say I'm not, because I just saw.
No, I never saw this before.
All right, what is that?
Yeah,
Why do lights look
that
like
blue
that?
one on the bottom, like what is that? It's not coming out the car. It's not coming out nothing. Like
I
what is
wonder.
that? Like it's like what the heck?
Do that with your hand again. Yeah, this is no joke. And this wasn't. Look,
And one just went away.
One just disappeared.
Disappear.
Let it go. Move your hand.
There's.
The light's doing some strange stuff.
What is it? Like we can't.
What if it's like something bending the light right there, like something we can't see, and it's just like strangely bending the light, so when the camera picks it up, it looks like that.
Check your receipts, folks. Seriously, check your receipts. I just left a major grocery retailer here in Indiana. Starts with a K. And after I walked through and I priced everything and I realized that my budget was on the Poe end of stuff, I got my little 10 or 12 items. And I have a running total up here. there was a time where I made a lot more money, and I didn't do that. And as I got ready to pay, I said, well, this don't seem right. There's like $8 difference. There was a little UPC code that ran across the bottom of the screen, and it was $8. I brought the cashier over. She looked at me like I'd lost my mind, which already kind of made me think, I said, I have no idea what that is. She said, oh, I have no idea what that is either. Took it right off without anything. She didn't wonder about it, didn't bother her, nothing. And I'm sitting here thinking, I wonder how many people don't catch that and are buying, because when I went to the office, I asked, what that UPC code would have represented, and she said, well, if it's only a barcode at the bottom, that's usually a gift card. Now, I'm not saying that cashier was up to any foolishness. Check your receipts, folks.
For real. Now, I've seen this traveling through the airport. They got a lot of strange things in the Denver airport that make you say, Nah, for real. That's another angle of that. Look, where's his ears at? Where are these people's ears at? What kind of people are they?
Oh, I got myself.
Yo. Look at that. Look. It's like something surrounding this little orb.
No, this is crazy.
All the lights looking strange on this camera.
Today, but what is this?
Nah, for real.
Not the only one seeing this, is it?
I don't know if it's just me, but for the last few days, I have been having this weird feeling like something big is about to happen, right? Like this weird feeling of impending doom. I have been having this crazy feeling like in my belly. I don't know what it is, okay? To be brutally honest, I feel like something is already happening. And here's why. For the last few days, there have been crazy reports of dense, thick fog in many states all over America, in addition to the UK. Now, this is not your regular fog, because a lot of people have been reporting that they have been seeing some weird type of mist coming out of the sky with this fog, okay? In addition to that, there have been 4 plane crashes, y'all, within the last 5 days, okay? 3 of those plane crashes occurred within the last 24 hours. You had one on Christmas Day in Kazakhstan, and then within the last 24 hours, you had one in South Korea, Nova Scotia, as well as Norway. In addition to that, y'all, so many people have been reporting this weird sickness, whereas though they're having muscle soreness, sore throat, body aches, nausea, vomiting, dizziness, the whole 9, and they said that this sickness had just been coming out of nowhere. I don't know about you, but I feel like something big is happening or about to happen, and these people just are not telling us. What are your thoughts?
Y'all think something big is about to happen? Hey, it's up there.
Why are they doing that? If they're going to work and they're working on it, why are they telling you it's not real? Well, I'm going to show you. It's very simple. I went ahead because I was so angry, and when I get mad, I do research, and then I force myself to take a breath, go outside with the bow staff if I'm really pissed off, and come back to Zen. Self-control. Make a list. And I'm like, okay, wait. So if I go to work for Command and Control C4ISR, Cybernet and Nibbernet back into the NSA, DNA steganography with the NSA, and we watch every synaptic exchange at 5,100 bits and log it with the NSA PRISM program. That's what Assange, Snowden, and all of them were talking about. That's why they killed Barnaby Jack, the ATM jackpotter. He was there at DEF CON to present that it was easier to hack a human body with a pacemaker or otherwise. You didn't need to have a pacemaker than it was a car. Dead. So with that in mind, I'm like, why can't we talk about this? So I went and found where you can talk about it, because even in the machine learning, you're not allowed to write the word Biofield, which I found very weird, okay, because nobody reads that stuff. So then I found out that it is the following. Electronic, medical, police, warfare divisions, military, your Lockheed, Raytheon, all of them. Signal, advanced signals technology. It's everywhere as a job. In information, surveillance, and reconnaissance, the Internet of Behaviors, Bodies, Things, the Industrial Internet of Things, the Medical Body Area Network, all way back, 2005, 2015. It's all there. And I'm like, These are jobs? Oh yeah. And then neuromodulation, neural stimulation, Project Salus, watching everybody think in real time with CT2WS, cognitive warfare technology, EEG headset, ultrasound, modified ultrasound, all walking around on a headset. Then the Renius chipset embedded in their left hemisphere. And I'm like, where did all of this come from? Synthetic telepathy, been out there since 1995. So they needed a backbone. Just like back in the day when everybody was logging into email for the first time on dial-up. It would get crowded, people would have to wait forever and get kicked off. I fucking worked it, I would know. So my job was to upgrade them, to bring them out of dial-up and onto cable modems, for which I used a system called NMAPs on comm controllers with something called COM21 cable modems, which were different than the throwaway DOCSIS stuff in the big cities. Different markets, so different hardware, everything, different software. So I went ahead as I continued to make my little T-bar list, and I'm like, so let me get this straight. If I'm in radio frequency, if I'm in IT, I log into the body, make changes, and organize. If I'm anyone else in the world, I'm a fucking nut job. Give me drugs and make me sit still. And the only place you can really learn about the Biofield is in the Bible, because Jesus used it to heal. And I mean, it's ions and electrons. It's your exchange with your environment. That's why everybody works with radar. We're told, get your nuts away from it because it'll overheat you and such. It's microwave. And then they also could feel the radar coming and going without looking at the screen. Yes, because you have an electrical body part involved. So then, as if all that wasn't enough, because I couldn't figure out how is it so obvious to me but not everyone else, because I admit the body part. Now, enter in where I come from. I come from Black projects. So I go back to my grandmother, who was a Rosicrucian in Chicago, has a bunch of depression glass. These are nanogels, or excuse me, nanolipids. And they would have them stand on a metal plate or whatever. Yeah. And that's your specialized concrete for human teleportation, like you heard out of the mouths of Sean Ryan and other people who he interviewed, the Marines and such, that found the photonic different mixtures of concrete.
Yo, synthetic teleportation. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, she said a lot of big words, so you might have to go back and rewatch it, but there's a lot of important stuff in that video.
No, a fist bump. I have to switch. What the? He switched too? I won't have time. I have to do something.
That's exactly how it be.
I think we pulled it off this time.
Yeah. I think that pain in my elbow's finally gone. Oh, damn.
Nah, for real, man. I threw that last little bit in there because I met somebody today on Facebook Marketplace exchanging some stuff, right? And then when I get out the car, he's like, hey, I think I've seen you before. You do YouTube videos, right? Or whatever. So, yeah, we chop it up for a second. And then at the end of the exchange, right, we go to shake hands. And it's one of those boop, 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 boop. You know what I'm saying? One of those. Eventually, it was so awkward. And that's exactly how it be. And my man said he does be watching the video. So if you're watching the video right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on. And until next time, YouTube, peace.